Ever wonder what happens when your grandpa's sensible sedan gets bit by a radioactive Mustang? You get this, the Ford Taurus SHO. Unassuming on the outside, but under the hood, it's absolute chaos. A mix of brute strength and composed elegance. The kind of car that makes you question everything you thought you knew about full-size sedans. From June 15th, 2009 to March 1st, 2019, Ford was quietly building one of the most underrated sleepers on the road. This wasn't just some regional pet project either. This machine was built and assembled in the heart of America at the Chicago assembly plant in Illinois. For 10 years, the Taurus SHO, which stands for Super High Output, carried the torch for unsuspecting performance, the kind of go-fast attitude you'd expect in a Mustang GT, but hiding beneath the badge of a full-sized family hauler. This wasn't the SHO's first dance, though. The original Taurus SHO made waves in the late 80s and 90s as a Yamaha-engined V6 oddball with a cult following. But the 2010 to 2019 generation brought things into the modern era. More power, more tech, more luxury, and a mean look. The fourth-generation Taurus SHO rode on the Ford D3 platform, the same one used for the standard Taurus and the Ford Police Interceptor sedan. That's right, this thing shares its underpinnings with what is essentially the most feared sight in your rearview mirror. It blends right in. The average person might glance at it and assume it's just another boring commuter car. But car people know. Oh, they know. Let's start with the heart, because that's what this car's really about. Underneath the hood lies a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged EcoBoost V6. We're talking 365 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 350 foot-pounds of torque that kicks in down low at 1,500 RPM and stays with you almost all the way to redline at 5,200 RPM. That's not just respectable, that's spicy. That's enough torque to make sure you never lose the stoplight Grand Prix to some guy in a stock BRZ. That low-end grunt gives the SHO real-world usability too. Mated to that engine is the 6-speed 6F55 select shift automatic transmission. It might not be a dual clutch or the fanciest gearbox ever made, but it does its job. Shifts smoothly when you want comfort and quickly enough when you've got your foot to the floor. Throw in Ford's torque vectoring all-wheel drive system, and now you've got grip for days. Rain, snow, uneven pavement, doesn't matter. The SHO hooks up and goes. While front biased by default, it can send up to 50% of power to the rear wheels when needed. That makes for confident launches and sharp corner exits, whether you're on a back road or just trying to beat the yellow light downtown. Handling? Well, let's talk about it. At nearly 4,400 pounds, the SHO isn't light, but thanks to the SR1 suspension setup, McPherson struts in the front and a multi-link arrangement out back, it handles way better than it has any right to. It's big, it's heavy, but somehow it dances. Is it a corner carver like a Miata? Of course not. But for a full-size all-wheel drive sedan, it's shockingly composed. It handles on-ramps, twisty roads, and evasive maneuvers with a sense of stability and grace that defies its size. Now here's where it gets really fun. The Taurus SHO was never just about factory specs. This thing has always been a tuner's dream. If you know your way around an engine bay or have a trustworthy shop, you can turn this mild-mannered sedan into a genuine monster with just a few bolt-ons and a tune. Start with a 3-bar map sensor, throw in a custom tune, add a cold air intake, re-gap the spark plugs to handle the increased boost, and install a 170-degree thermostat to keep things cool. Boom! You're knocking on the door of well over 400 horsepower. Some builds even push well beyond that, all without touching the turbos or internals. That's insane value. That's the SHO's secret weapon. Easy power, massive gains, no second mortgage required. But even if you left it bone stock, there was a way to unlock its true potential. The performance package. This wasn't just a sticker or some different wheels. This was the real deal. The performance package turned the SHO from a highway bruiser into a track-ready stealth missile. It added larger brakes for fade resistance, recalibrated steering and shift logic for quicker response, a shorter final drive ratio for better acceleration, and three different coolers: engine oil, transmission, and power transfer unit. That's not just extra. That's Ford basically saying, you're going to drive this hard and we're going to help you do it. And while most of the SHO's power came from under the hood, Ford didn't skimp on the interior either. Step inside and you're greeted with a cabin that blends comfort and performance. Supportive leather-trimmed sport seats, aluminum pedals, a stitched dashboard. It wasn't German luxury fancy, but it was damn nice for a Ford sedan. Tech-wise, the SHO evolved over the years. Early models from 2010 to 2012 came with sync and a decent infotainment setup, but the 2013 refresh brought serious upgrades. Ford's new Sync 3 system with a more intuitive interface, better voice recognition, and crucially, support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in later years. A high-end Sony audio system meant your playlists always hit hard, and features like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert helped the SHO punch above its class In terms of safety and convenience, looks? It's all in the details. The 2010 to 2012 models had a clean, subtle aesthetic, the kind of car your boss might drive. But the 2013 facelift brought attitude. A black mesh grille replaced the chrome, the taillights were tweaked, and you got sharper lines all around. Available 19 or 20-inch wheels filled out the wheel wells nicely, giving the SHO a wide, planted stance without going over the top. If you knew what to look for, the subtle SHO badging, the twin exhaust tips, the slightly more aggressive posture, you knew. But for everyone else, just another Taurus. And that's exactly how the SHO liked it. It even had a bit of star power. The 2013 Taurus SHO played a futuristic patrol car in Men in Black 3. That's right, Ford's sleeper sedan was trusted by Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones to chase down aliens and protect the planet. That's some serious sci-fi credit. And it wasn't just movies. Esquire magazine named it their 2010 Car of the Year. Not Performance Car of the Year, not Best Sedan, Car of the Year. That's high praise. Despite all of this, the SHO never quite broke into the mainstream. Maybe it was the badge. Maybe it was the shape. Maybe people just couldn't believe a Taurus could actually be fun. But those who knew, they loved it. SHO owners are a special breed, passionate, knowledgeable, and fiercely loyal. They know what they've got. They don't need validation from people who've never looked under the hood. The Taurus SHO stands in a rare lane as a true budget luxury performance sleeper, a car that delivers serious power, premium comfort, and everyday usability without the flashy price tag. With its twin turbocharged V6, all-wheel drive grip, and upscale interior touches like leather sports seats, a premium Sony sound system, and tech like adaptive cruise control, it punches well above its weight. From the outside, it blends into traffic like any other full-size sedan, but under the hood and behind the wheel, it's a whole different story. For the money, few cars offer this level of stealth performance, making the SHO a hidden gem for drivers who want muscle without the noise. Daily driving the Taurus SHO offers a unique mix of performance and practicality. On the pro side, the SHO delivers an engaging drive with its powerful 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 all-wheel drive and smooth handling. The cabin is comfortable and well-appointed, making it a great choice for long commutes or family trips. The quiet interior and ample space give it the feel of a refined sedan, while the power on tap ensures you'll never feel underwhelmed. However, there are some cons to consider. At nearly 4,400 pounds, the SHO can feel a bit bulky in tight spaces or during parking. Fuel economy isn't the best, especially if you like to tap into its performance potential. The ride, though composed, can be a bit stiff for those accustomed to softer, luxury sedans. Despite these minor drawbacks, the SHO shines as a practical yet exciting daily driver. And now, the SHO is gone. Ford ended production on March 1st, 2019. The Taurus nameplate was discontinued in North America as Ford shifted focus toward SUVs, crossovers, and trucks. It's a shame, really. In a world of increasingly homogeneous crossovers, the SHO was something different, something cool, something fast. It was a full-sized sedan with real guts, a sleeper with swagger, a performance car that didn't need to shout. But here's the good news. You can still find them. The used market is full of Taurus SHOs in various trims and conditions, many of them meticulously maintained by owners who knew they had something special. Prices are reasonable too, often less than what you'd pay for a used GTI or Civic Type R. And for that money, you're getting all-wheel drive, twin turbos, a roomy interior, and enough grunt to leave most cars behind in a straight line. Mod-friendly, reliable when cared for, and stylish in an understated way, the Taurus SHO is one of those rare cars that hits the sweet spot. It's fun without being flashy, fast without being fragile, and practical without being boring. Whether you're looking for a daily driver that can roast some tires on the weekend or a unique project car with endless tuning potential, the SHO has your back. So yeah, if you're out there scrolling through used listings, wondering if the SHO is worth it, the answer is simple. Hell yes. Just know what you're getting into. Know that this isn't your grandpa's Taurus. Know that when the boost hits, you better be holding on, because this car doesn't just drive, it launches. If you enjoyed this dive into one of the most slept-on performance sedans ever made, hit that subscribe button. Plenty more cars to uncover, myths to bust, and sleepers to wake up. Thanks for watching. And remember, not every fast car has to look fast. Some just are.